Namaste. Very good morning, good evening, dear friends and masters. On behalf of Buddhasio Quantum Foundation, a warm welcome to all of you to the program Infinity. Meditation is medication. With practice, we can surely replace or reduce use of medication. I call meditation my chill pill because now, whenever I have anxiety or stress issue at the spur of the moment, I know now how to deal with it. Meditation takes care of your overall well-being. Only yesterday we learned that with enhanced mental power, we gain creative and intuitive powers, capability, ability to learn, retain, and retain more so as to understand our true potential. No wonder we feel empowered and age is just a number. We gain clarity, confidence, and resilience. It is important, dear friends and masters, to work on yourself. What you feel about, you bring about. You need to change your perception to change life. And when things change inside you, things change around you. Meditation deepens our connection with the greater universe. We feel connected to everyone. We become compassionate and grateful for all that we have in our life. Meditation makes us realize love is the way of life. Live the life you love and love the life you live. Initial thoughts set the pattern for the entire day, as in the morning our consciousness is rising. So it is better to start our day with meditation. Let us have fun and frolic with our breath. Now it is time to see and listen to the video and then over to our mentor Chandra sir. Thank you.
Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, a non-profit public spiritual trust, is founded and managed by successful corporate leaders. Inspired by the Grand Meditation Master Brahmarshi Patriji and mentored by Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam and Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani.
We are all here to celebrate the grand functioning of Buddha CEO Foundation. 1 year of great efforts, preceded by a few years of planning for it, and establishing of a full-fledged office here in Bengaluru. It is total manifestation. Whatever you think, it will happen.
The foundation is operating globally with volunteers and participants across several countries.
Meditation is a process to gain whatever that we can dream about and to remove any limitations that we're setting on ourselves which stops us from realizing that dream.
The vision of the foundation is to build leaders who are meditative, compassionate, and purpose-driven for a harmonious and fulfilling life. With a mission to empower organizational leaders, entrepreneurs, and students with scientific meditation wisdom, the foundation has been carrying out 3 types of activities: teaching meditation, publishing meditation wisdom, and building global communities. As of March 2022, the foundation conducted 136 programs with 3,000 plus hours of content and positively enhanced the lives of 75,000 people directly and many thousands indirectly with the breath mindfulness meditation practice. The flagship 40-day program is a free online program for leaders and employees. Spiritual scientific wisdom about meditation, physical and emotional health, relationships, and manifestations are taught in this program. Other programs include 21-day for youth, multi-day manifestation, intensive meditations, Saturday masterclasses, full moon night meditations, and Sunday long meditations. Spiritual scientific wisdom means we are energy and are all interconnected. We create our own reality. The world has abundance for all. The foundation runs 2 YouTube channels containing hundreds of testimonials, wisdom, and guided meditations. It publishes a corporate meditation magazine called Buddha CEO and distributed thousands of copies to its members and several CXOs. The foundation published 2 books on meditation, namely Patriji Answers and The Miracles of Meditation, to inspire many more.
Finally, I have this in my hand, manifestation, a dream manifestation, in black and white, the concept of a Buddha CEO.
It's a great job, Chandra. Buddha CEO is not just teaching meditation and also giving lot of information about meditation and how to lead the life.
The foundation also created meditation courses on the online Udemy platform to support self-paced learning.
Meditation is miraculous. So meditation is the only method by which we can make individuals responsible.
During 2022, Buddha CEOs worldwide across 20 cities in the Middle East, UK, USA and India organized several in-person workshops by Masters Chandra and Vani, strengthening the foundation's global presence.
Meditation has been the ultimate medicine for all the problems. It's a permanent medicine. If you take medicine, it will only helpful for a short time. But meditation is going to be a lifelong medicine.
The foundation relies on the active support of the participants, volunteers and trustees and expresses deep gratitude to them. The foundation has done great work in its first 2 years of operations, causing significant healing, life transformations, self-empowerment and growth in thousands of individuals and a few organizations.
For this Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, we should have a tagline, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Yoga is meditation, Karma is action, Kaushalam is efficiency.
It is very grateful to Brahmarshi Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji and its mentors. The team at Buddha CEO thanks all participants for their active support and invites everyone to join this noble mission.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. We feel privileged and honored to be doing what we are doing every day. Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation. Because deep inside, we recognize we are doing what we are doing is because it gives us deep happiness. We recognize that we are aligning to our core purpose with hundreds of volunteers, and then in many cases, everyone here who are amplifying the message of meditation. Because in our purpose of life, we recognize the purpose of life is to have highest possible entertainment, highest possible satisfaction, highest possible learning. The highest possible satisfaction can come only when we recognize that we are working on a greater part of ourselves, which is everything that exists. Highest possible learning can come when we explore about all that exists. For that infinity, that's our personal self, that cosmic self. And so here we are doing those things that are giving us maximum enjoyment in the body, in the mind, and the soul stuff. by actively engaging the activities of meditation, actively learning. So we are very, very thankful to everybody on joining hands in amplifying and then being part of this great cause. Thank you, Namita Madam. Namita Madam is there from day one. The end of first 40-day program in 2020, she said, I'd like to teach. Something is telling me I'd like to volunteer, I'd like to teach. Since then, she's there. She didn't stop. Hanusha Madam immediately at the end of our day said, something is attracting to me, so I would want to really be part of this, whatever that is. And she is helping so greatly in keeping books of accounts. And of course, there is a common thread to everybody in the foundation, no matter what they do, but they are great at spreading this message through their own experience, through teaching, through counseling, everybody. We all, for sure, will align to a purpose. Last night, I was in a part of a Buddha Purnima celebrations program from Paris. Some of the pyramid masters, the UK group and the Germany group, and then the Europe group, now slowly spread together, assembled and celebrating Buddha Purnima in Paris, center of the earth, let's say, right? But it's a beautiful idea. Somebody has somebody's purpose that I must go there, celebrate this highest, the most powerful festival in a spiritual circle in Paris, make a statement and then gain energy for it and then spread the message that this is something possible. We want to do everywhere. That's the purpose. The purpose is to go and then establish meditative communities in every part of the world, whether it's expensive, non-expensive, whether it's remote, not remote, culturally away from it, not away, it doesn't matter, but everybody must take this. I thought that's beautiful, that being in Paris, trying to get people together to do Buddha Purnima there, to make a statement that everywhere meditation can go. Some of you might have watched the coronation of the king. I happen to be still in London here. Whatever that may be, but to me, I thought it is a great event, symbolizing to bring consciousness back in a big way into the lives. Consciousness has been eliminated. It was eliminated in the modern industrial era of evolution, somewhere around 300, 200 years ago. The modern industrial development time, it didn't take a place. People said, oh, I can't feel it, I can't touch it, so remove it. It doesn't take part into our scientific world. So nobody wanted to believe any subjective experience. Everything had to be proven, shown. So it is removed. But then in the worldwide, everybody watching, so they do talk about, Jesus Christ is a symbol to me of consciousness. I thought it makes people to think about something other than only what we see and feel is real. There is a lot more out there. Reasons may be many, but I thought there is a great way that spirituality, the best of all religions, is this essence of spirituality, which is that we are all much larger than the body. And so with that understanding, we are this consciousness, we live life as one. Aham Brahmasmi Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Two things only. We live as if we are the consciousness, so we are infinity, so no limitation. And then how do we live? We live as one family. If we understand these two statements, we understood all spirituality. And implement that. Our meditation will help us to understand both and to apply that both. And so that's what I thought this coronation event is bringing back into the mainstream spirituality, spiritual science. In a way, people can start questioning, thinking. It can mean many things to people, but I think the underlying theme is that the forces are working to bring it back a lot more. So the dream, the way that Patriji thought, and Patriji said, reiterated, said again and again, that a golden world must be established. It's not too far away when we hear about these things. It'll happen if all of us participate. Not leave it to somebody else, some savior will come and do it, but if all of us participate, it's definitely going to happen. So welcome to those who joined for our Sunday long meditations. Sunday, right? Yes, Sunday long meditations. We are concluding today. Part of the week was around health, body, mind, intellect, getting fixed, and how meditation is enhancing and helping. More than 90% illnesses will go automatically because they're lifestyle oriented. So many of them are disappearing. Our intelligence is improved. We develop a sound mind, mental well-being gained. And what happens to those remaining illnesses that are showing up, that it appears there's nothing to do with the stress? How do we overcome them? Suddenly somebody detects, let's say, cancer. Somebody came with, at birth, somebody came with a challenge. Where did that come from then? It's not stress related, right? So where is that coming from then? What do I do about them? I didn't think negative about anything for me to create. There are challenges of that nature. So how do we understand them? Then one must understand the cause and effect. The law of cause and effect, popularly known as the karma theory, must be understood. An attempt has to be made about this law of the concept of cause and effect. Every time, every action has a reaction, equal and opposite action. Law of cause and effect is a beautiful thing. Like there is free will and freedom, law of cause and effect is there. They're called nature laws. If we can have laws here, we are in a community of, let's say, 50 dwellings. In order to live peacefully, we come up with a few sort of guidelines and rules, isn't it? So that nobody steps onto the other. Everybody's freedom is there. So we set up a few rules. And if something is not done appropriately against the rule, then we say there is a consequence for that thing. Then people must be ready, right? So if we can have, just 50 of us come together, we have a rule called association rules. The 50,000 units together in a small town, we have another set of rules. So many boundaries of the houses. You cannot do this, deviations. You cannot put garbage on the roads. Some of the rules are there, right there. If the rule is not followed, then there is a consequence. Now, the consequence may be immediate. It can take time. The more crowded we are, for various reasons, the consequence that we see is immediate and sometimes it's later. The consequences sometimes are simply material. Sometimes there is to the extent that, okay, we expel some member from the community because they're not adherent to the basic rules for a long time. Expel the member. We have rules set up. And so if a small unit has rules, and then a small town has rules, and a city has rules, a country has rules, nations have rules, then why would it not be that an infinite nature where so many things have to come and then coexist together, then what should it have? Those are nature laws. Law of cause and effect is a nature law. That what you cause, something will come back in an equal and opposite way, potentially. Now, the rules who formed? And association rules who formed? Nobody else formed it. It is only the same set of people who are there in it that formed it. And so it doesn't matter when we form the rules, and if I'm a member of the committee who is implementing the consequence when somebody breaks it, if I'm the member of the committee, I still have to follow it. And then I'll go and say, oh, I did that thing. I don't know what I was thinking, why I broke it. Fine, so I got to pay the fee. Fine. Oh, I got to go and clean more things. I'll do it. I decide I'll go and do it because I am the one who formed. I'm part of the whole to form it. So the same thing there. It's a free will system where we create things by ourselves coming together as a whole. And then we all try to adhere to the rule. It's not when somebody forgets that whole point that I'm the one who formed these rules in the first place, then they don't think that it is a punishment. They think that, okay, so it is for the betterment, then I created it. And so then I follow it. It's through my own free will that I agreed to it. So it becomes a free will-based system where we say, okay, yes, I understand it. I know, we agreed it, so I must go and then do it. I don't say it's a punishment. I see it as a way to avoid me doing it again. When I go through that step of what we call punishment or implication, when I go through that, then it helps me remember next time to not do it again, because I have come to a common understanding of allowing everybody to live beautifully, peacefully. That's the reason we have a set of rules in our guidelines in our community. And so it's not a punishment system. We see a punishment when we forget it. When we look at a very narrow focus, we don't understand the big picture there. We say it's a punishment. But law of karma, cause and effect, is not punishment. Law of cause and effect is where we come together to form as a nature law. And so we go and then agree to do that. So it's called a free will system where we are experiencing. And why do we experience it? If I twist the chicken, hen, and goat, or people, their arms and legs and whatever, if I do that, they are suffering. The nature law is that everybody is here to experience their life greatly. Everybody is here to experience their life greatly. Why not? We have to study the nature laws. Where are they coming from? That's spiritual science. When we move into community, we sure are given a rule book, association rules. We're going to read them. Read them. I'll take a side. So association rule book, we read them. And so then We agree to it. Please agree to it. Agree to it, then we are here. If we don't agree, then move to another community, another community. Same thing. Earth as a school. We agree to the rule book. And so the karma, law of karma and cause and effect is right here on the earth school. Because there is a certain way that everyone must exist to coexist, to experience their life. But if I curtail the life of something or somebody, then there's a consequence that is coming. Consequence that I'm coming, either it can happen immediately right here, we see it in front of us, or a consequence may be happening a little later, delayed. It can happen delayed. You know that we see it all the time. We break a rule, and then if the committee is meeting only once in 3 months, they'll apply the consequence only at the end of 3 months. If the committee is too busy, they'll defer certain low priority ones, so they'll come after 6 months, but the consequence is there. So what we've done in one time can be happening after 50 years later. So that's why a lot of people will say, oh, there's a great person. Every time I've done all the good stuff, but suddenly I know what happened to him with heart attack. They're no longer there. What is that? God is just done too harsh. It's not God harsh. It's somebody, we don't know what's the holy. They recognize that there's a past to each and every one of us. And so things do happen there. And so for that, we take a consequence. We are willingly coming to take a consequence because we know. And if I've twisted the necks and legs and hands of animal or people, they must have suffered a lot. How do I avoid? One is to understand it. If I keep repeating, there's the first offense, second offense, third offense, we know it, the law is there. If I keep repeating, then it's got to do a little more. So you recognize it, remember that it is done. And so then it's a free will system that is there where you decide and say, let me go on and see what it feels like to be in that position. Be in that position where they're suffering, and I seem to get it. That is suffering, it's stopping somebody's growth. So let me understand firsthand so that I become so compassionate next time to not do it ever to anybody. Possible, right? We must contemplate, dear friends, on law of cause and effect, and then study appropriately on this law, which will clearly explain many life situations where we do not have answers for. When we look at only in a short time frame, a tenant moves into a community and says, come on, this is unfair. I just came in and you guys punishing me, or it's punishment. But if the person goes back, steps back, elevates themselves, looks at it and say, oh, there are rules formed. People like me came together, formed it. Must be a good reason. So let me go into it. Let me become a citizen of that community. Then it is different. But if you look at a short time frame, the time frame being only this life, and say, oh, this is unfair deal for me, I'm sorry. We got to expand our horizon. Then we have perfect answers. Law of cause and effect, which is spreading beyond lifetimes, must be studied rather than ignoring it. It's not a punishment system, it's a free will system. We all are taking constant challenges to evolve, and so we do take, friends, based on certain natural laws. That will give answers to many unresolved health challenges, unresolved financial challenges, unresolved issues. No matter what I see, some things are happening, but it is a solution to everything. The more we understand this wisdom, the more we transcend, the more we accept, stop resisting. And so the more we create what we're looking to create. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam, Bhagavad Gita. The more we understand this knowledge, the more we accept the situation, we less we resist, the more coherent we become with the field. And so the more we create a better future of what we want, of healing from that issue. But first we have to accept, be coherent in it. Coherency is where you become one with the field, so your intention can go and match with it and bring back a better health. But we got to accept. The starting point is that. Our acceptance comes when we understand this knowledge. That it is not just here. It is for my greater good of me, all these things are formed. We got to understand it. Law of karma, law of cause and effect must be studied, friends. Plenty of books are there, a law of cause and effect, that one can study. Let's go into our meditation once again. This topic by itself, maybe when we organize these advanced meditations, we do organize 3-hour advanced meditations after this program is over for 5 days. It'll come in June. One of the days I'll cover in detail about cause and effect. How is it working? Outside the scope of this program for it. So I was going to a long meditation. So today's meditation, because there are new still participants where we are not introduced manifestation yet, a visualization for your own purpose or your own goals. So we will go into affirmations, creating greater life for ourselves. Some good affirmations. We do breath, we do heart elevation, breath mindfulness meditation. After that, if our thoughts create reality, if our intents come into outer experiences, then we could affirm with a feeling about statement that move us into a greater, better life. I love myself. My body receives great energy. It has the power to heal itself. I am courageous. I'm accepting people the way they are. I love me. I love myself the way I am. I'm in gratitude to everybody and everything all the time. So when we affirm to ourselves and then we sort of visualize that thing with a feeling, with a memory or with an event that you want to experience, just visualization. So the meditation segment, there'll be music where I'm going to guide with affirmations. The affirmations you are also repeating. Now you may have your own affirmations, of course. Many senior masters here doing your work, so you will have your own affirmations. But those of you first time, just participate, affirm. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how our observed thoughts create reality scientifically, quantum physics. Tomorrow. But for a moment, we accept that thoughts create reality. So what I think is what other people or things respond back. So affirm, I'm having great relationships. I'm developing greater friendships with everything. And then recognize and remember, imagine a situation, why you're saying it. There must be, if you got people that you want them to come to be part of you, so visualize it, right? I'm highly successful in everything I'm doing. Think of a business situation where you're very successful, whatever that means to you, and feel it as if it's real to you. So we're going to do that, a set of affirmations for overall well-being. Right, they'll spread across multiple dimensions that I'll affirm, and you can affirm it. And then we will take quick short breaths. And then we do a lie down segment is there, today lie down. And then we express gratitude while lying down. And then we end our meditation. Right, friends? Relax yourself, sit comfortably with your eyes closed, relax your body. Scan your body from head to toe. Anybody new? We are practicing breath mindfulness meditation. I'm trying to get the picture here. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to, with our eyes closed, observe our natural breath. When you observe your breath, slowly mind becomes empty. And then we want to be in that empty state, rest of mind. When you observe your breath, anywhere on the nose as a reference point, in that posture, as you see on the screen, with our specs removed if you're wearing, sitting comfortably, cross-legged, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap. In a comfortable posture, observe your breath. Slowly, mind becomes empty. And be in that state of emptiness. or you may experience some vibration or sensation in your body. Witness it, do not interpret it. In case you have thought any time that you know you're thinking, your attention back to the breath again and observe. This is a process. We're going to spend a good amount of time in this process. Before that, we're doing something called heart elevation. Just follow my guidance for it, friends. A few minutes of heart elevation followed by breath mindfulness meditation, and then affirmations. Relax yourself. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers. Resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. With your breath, become one with that in-breath and the out-breath.
Observe your breath. Your mind is becoming empty. You experience greater emptiness, that consciousness.
yourself to merge into your breath. Allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that sensation inside of you, all around you. When we empty our mind of thought, we allow our body to function at its natural best. Merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that energy, sensation. aware of that emptiness, that blackness, where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. Notice that emptiness, that blackness spreading far and wide. That's energy. All emptiness is energy, the quantum field of possibilities. The longer you merge into it as no body, the more you receive from it. Friends, away from your body, away from your environment. Become one with it, of that emptiness, that void. That vast, endless depth of that emptiness.
this is the feel of limitless possibilities, the feel of all connectedness. The field of energy, consciousness, and wisdom. The longer we stay connected to it, to that emptiness, that energy, the more we experience in our life, merge into that emptiness of yourself. That greater intelligence. Your divine self. drift away.
Come back to your body. Come back to your breath. With your hands over your heart. Place your hands over your heart. And invite your body into a new life created by this new mind that is always reprogrammed with your higher will in your meditations. Your body is your temple. Bless it and love it into a new life. Recognize your future is filled with adventure and opportunity, navigated by this new mind with your imagination. Understand that all the challenges are initiating you into your greatness. Express gratitude to all things and everybody for helping you create this new future. Your gratitude to your parents, your teachers, your mentors, family, friends, everybody. Gratitude to yourself, to this intelligent field. Gratitude to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, to everything you use, the technology, the system, the companies, the governments. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Okay, dear friends, Hope you could connect to your future. No matter what our current circumstances, if we can dream of a future, knowing that our future is dependent on our present thought, our present was based on past. If we can elevate ourselves and then dream of this future, then we're sure going to invite and change our future to experience those. So we're doing these affirmations, we're doing this manifestation, visualizations, something that we do in our daily life all the time. We're just doing it more consciously here. So thank you very much for joining. Sundays we have longer meditations and we have time till 8 a.m. for any questions. We're doing some Q&A, so if anybody has any questions on the process, I would like to share an experience from today, from this program so far. Good to hear.
Yes, Usha ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Namaste, good morning. I'm happy I'm the first one to start today. Anyway, it was beautiful meditation, thanks. And towards the end, I felt, like the beautiful heaviness. I will not call it a heaviness. It's a beautiful heaviness from the shoulder to the head and then escaping beautifully. And my forehead was, like stretching and expanding. And yeah, it was overall a beautiful experience. And I would also like to share my yesterday's experience. I was flickering, should I go, should I not go yesterday? Then I just reached the Pyramid Valley by 2 o'clock. And it was such a beautiful meditation. And I was told we were more than 5,000 people there. And I felt I was just all alone in the universe with the beautiful heavenly music going on. And there was so much pin drop silence, not a child crying. It was so beautiful. It was really lovely. I think we all should have at least a one-time experience there to really know what we are all in the journey of this beautiful, self. And it was really lovely. And I think I just took a pair of clothes just in case I could change. And I think the universe was supported and I got so much more beautiful company and people and everything went off so smoothly. And I was planning to get back home by 9 o'clock so that I could do some work. I said, forget it. It's a different world I am in. And we happened to meet some people and on and off, just sat anywhere on the road and shared and discussed. It was beautiful. So I reached back home by 8 o'clock yesterday. So overall, it was a lovely experience. And I would just like to ask a question, like, sir, you started with the thought of, shared with the karma kind of a thing. A child being born with whatever little difficulties. So the karma comes of a child's karma, or was it of a mother's karma that you shared with?
It's always in individuals.
Okay.
Always in individuals.
So individual will be the child, not the mother.
That's right.
Okay. Fine.
Child is only in a physical body.
Yeah.
But otherwise it's...
But how does that come to a mother? It is somewhere the same karma, a part of it, like, or...
There is first of all, even now with science, we understand that the hereditary concept is not there. The genes can be upregulated. So it is what we choose as environment, just like we choose events here in our life, here, right? We choose things. We choose companies. We choose where to go. We choose the people, company, and then do it. Same way we're choosing. So everyone is choosing to be born in an environment.
Okay.
So that's how the environment is chosen to experience. In whose company you want to choose, in whose company you want to experience your life, depends on what I want to learn in that life.
So it can be vice versa.
Everybody has a Hori pass, and then so from there we decide and say, these are the lessons that I wanted to learn. This is what I wanted to contribute, but I didn't. I went away from it. Instead, I did something else. I was under this Maya illusion. I thought I'll contribute this way, but then I went away. I got swayed away under the illusionary force that no, that life was real. And so I just got carried away. So now we go there and look at it and say, why am I doing this? What made me? So let me go back and then re-experience it, a lot more awareness. So we come back. Now, if we have been repeatedly doing the same issue of wanting to help, but instead we go and say kill, we go and create violence. And so we recognize and say, we go back, we look at the whole picture. As a reviewer, we are seeing that people suffering because of our deeds and say, how can I be out of this? We do this, right? A lot of times. We want to experience what it is like. When you experience what it is like, then you have firsthand knowing how challenging it is for somebody else. And so then that's how we stop doing those things. Okay. One aspect. Second aspect is everything is an experience. And we talked about this several times in our past sessions too.
Yeah.
That when I am choosing to go and operate in a difficult country as a businessman, even though I have everything, but I still choose to operate in a difficult country. Sometimes out of compassion, sometimes out of curiosity, sometimes out of courage, and I just want to go and see. We know that it may bring a lot of difficulties because the country itself is difficult, the environment is tough, but I still jump into there because I'm adventurous. It's called adventure. We choose adventures all the time. We are doing it here. Even when people have been told it is dangerous, we still go, right? All the time we see at waterfalls, people go, government puts nice boards, it's treacherous, dangerous, don't go in, but we'll step into that side. We seek adventure. So when it is seen from that perspective, when we understand it as an adventure, because then it is about seeking an experience, not good or bad experience. That is branded here. So the more we understand this knowledge, then we see this as an experience. We have an ability to accept it. So some are taking adventures to help others to learn, to inspire in many ways. So people, when they're born with say, disabilities, they're coming with a lot of compassion and many a times so that the environment around them learns, the parents, the relatives, because they have to help, they have to become compassionate, they have to become they have to start going inward. So they're compassionate to help them to look within. And so some are taking tougher lives, or disabled lives, are not differently able lives, which we consider injustice and tragedy in many cases, because of lack of understanding from a spiritual sense perspective. It is a difficult thing to learn, accept. But then if you put the wise Bhagavad Gita is saying, Shubha Ashubha Parithyagi. Shubha and Ashubha same. Don't worry about it. Take it as experience. They're only events are events, they're neutral. We are labeling it good and bad, success and failure. We know this. We know it. One person's failure is another person's success. Same event. In one situation, one father is saying to a child, hey, you failed. Another situation, same event, another father is saying to a child, oh, great. You got 45%. Wonderful, beta. Same thing, is just two different ways of looking at it. That's why it's happening. So we are coming with adventurous minded, we are seeking experiences, an evolved soul, and we're also same term seeking to adhere to the nature guidelines, nature laws, what we call. Thoughts create reality, nature law. Allow freedom to everybody, nature law. In the freedom comes non-violence, non-interference, non-killing. All of that come within that freedom. Cause and effect is there. So what goes out must come back. So adhere to it, nature law. Now all these have to be studied. We cannot intelligently, we study them, we meditate, we apply some of this concept we know. Read some books on law for cause and karma, madam. People don't want to accept saying that I did something long ago, why is it happening now? That doesn't make sense. But they'll accept here. We do something now in one company, 5 years later it comes back, boomerang. Somewhere it'll come back. It'll by default, it's coming back today itself. Because they'll ask you to send a reference letter, and then the reference letter, you cannot get it. They'll go back, reference checks. Something says, oh, okay, they're not that great integral. So that affects your career today. We have already going through it. So similar concept. Sometimes it takes time to experience that thing, but we will be experiencing it. But how do I overcome it? It's all about now. Let's not get into this thing of, oh, okay, that I have a, if I have a bad past and I'm stuck into it. Not at all. Not at all. Just the way, and when people are put into jails and they go through a punishment of 20 years, they do good behavior. 5 years, they're out. More good behavior. 3 years, they're out. They're looking at the transformation of the individual. They transform, they're out. That's all you have to do, is to look at it. I've got so much experience from the past. But then the more I understand, the more I realize myself that, yes, there is a different way to live. I cannot harm anymore. I cannot kill anymore. I cannot discriminate between my pet and that other animal. They're all the same animals. So when we stop interfering, when we understand these, when we start applying, then we don't have to go back and take that unpleasurable thing like the person's coming out of jail sooner than later. It's like that. So we dissolve the past. Dissolve the past karma, the karmic balance that we set ourselves to experience. That's all it is. We're putting an opposing signal now into the field because we truly have transformed. So that's why we meditate, we understand this knowledge. The more deeper we understand, the more we dissolve our past. And so the more we can create a future.
Thank you.
There is a small announcement regarding YouTube channels. Can I go or do I take questions?
Yes, please do.
Yes, dear friends and masters, some of you may not be aware that Foundation runs YouTube channels exclusively for you. One containing thousands of testimonials, wisdom and guided meditation. And the other one, live channel, is for attending live sessions and to access all recordings. You can watch the earlier programs whenever you feel like. And that too is just a tap away. Foundation is always there for you to enhance your practice, to provide you support along your meditative journey. Kindly like and subscribe our YouTube channels. Thank you.
Someone on.
Sir, we have Mr. Ram.
Okay, someone.
Yeah, Mrs. Suman ma'am, please unmute.
Yeah, hi. First of all, Chandra sir, a lot of gratitude to you for guiding us to experience this quantum field which is within us, without us, everywhere. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. That's number one. My question to you is a very simple one. You always say, put your hands on your sacred heart. Why not your loving heart or pure heart or joyful heart? Because I know you use words very carefully. I know that by now. So why sacred, sir? You got
It's
my question?
it's loving, it's joyous. What is sacred?
I don't know why you use the word sacred. Why not loving and joyful? I mean, didn't paraphrase it also. Normally, you're very careful
Sacred.
about paraphrasing whatever you say.
Sacred because our heart is a feeling center, connects to our greater self, which is this consciousness, that exists everywhere. If sacred is something that is pure, then it is that. So this is the connection into that. The feeling center is a connection to ourselves. So that's why we use sacred, because we're symbolizing, we're connecting to a higher self through this heart center.
So in other words, until you experience this part in your heart, you don't really have a proper heart, right? Perhaps.
No, I mean, when we are experiencing every time higher emotion,
yeah,
we are then by definition in coherence with our nature, with the surrounding. Our vibration increases to be in coherence with the field, because you are becoming more one with it. So we are experiencing it regularly, because every time we have good emotion, we're experiencing it. So
but
there is
it's
that we are forgetting too soon, too quickly. We experience it, we forget. Our environment keeps causing us to be that way. Our environment is telling you, hey, your body, take care of it. You're going to get hurt. You're doing this, you're doing that. Take care, survival is important. All the things will make us keep feeling as though we are limited, we are separate, we're tiny. But otherwise, we keep experiencing that connection.
Well, thank you for making us conscious of it, because I must say that until I joined the course, I was not really conscious of it. So that was the whole point.
Which is true. Which is true anyway. But there is several benefits of it. There are several benefits of it too, right? If it's looking from mind and body perspective, the research I was talking about is there so much. So we're conscious of that heart, then we're conscious of emotion. Which is, the conscious emotion is from meditation. Awareness is required. When we are aware, then we are conscious of emotion. But in heart elevation, we are, because only for a few minutes, we're able to sustain that emotion. If I ask you to do for half an hour, again, mind will go several places, right? And we do it for a few minutes, and they still found a lot of benefit of it. And then, of course, we are doing the main practice of meditation, so it builds awareness. Now, those who have a lot of awareness, these things are not necessary anymore. Once we have awareness built up, by default, we will be in a good, coherent emotion all the time. And so these become secondary process. Initially, those who just want to consciously create some more, they use this process. But otherwise, Ana-Pana-Sati by itself is great, because it builds plenty of awareness into us, which causes us to shift our emotion automatically. When we increase our understanding of Vasudhaika Kutumbakam, that whole is, we are the whole, then automatically we drop the differences. We also are in a good emotion by default. And so then is also fine that we're in there. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Mr. Ram, please unmute yourself.
Namaste, Sat Shri Akal, Adab, everybody. Sir, it was a great feeling today because it was a longer session, and I was able to relax a bit. sleeping. So I have a question, like because it is a longer session and I was sitting on the ground. I felt some discomfort in my knees. Like, do I need to, if it is a longer session, do we need to sit in a chair or a couch? Like, what do you suggest?
You sit down and where you are comfortable with, and only at that time when I say lie down, that's the time to just get off and then lie down. Okay. So you sit down in
Okay.
the chair,
Yeah.
that's what you're doing regularly to meditate, but just have a place right there without necessarily walking from one end to the other end of the house. Just be there somewhere where you can just quickly lie down. That's all it's saying. Okay.
Okay. So, and then when you say merge into your breath and or like feel the vibrations, so those kind of things, like I'm not able to experience it. Like, how can we, like maybe it may be too
When I
early
say,
for me, I
when I
guess.
say merge into breath means I just observe your breath. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Merge into breath means, yes, I'm just trying to pull ourselves back to the breath, because usually we go into thought, right? So those are already in that empty state, they don't have to come back to it. They are there, you know it where you are. But if you're thought, you're coming back to observing the breath. I'm just using a different word, merge into breath. Okay. Observing the breath. That's one part. I'm saying experience that emptiness, become aware of it, right? Which is a state where you are in that state of, it just helps us to go a little deeper into the empty states of mind when I use that word guidance. Okay. Where if you are experiencing nothing around you, then you are in that state. Right. I'm saying become aware of it, more of it. And it just triggers us to be a little more alert, to be in it, to observe what we're experiencing there. That's what it does. In case we're in thought, anyway, you know that, oh, okay, so I should be empty, but instead I'm somewhere, now you go back to observing the breath again. Okay. Practice, it'll happen. You probably are already experiencing it. You're probably already experiencing it. It's just that you may not even know it. Okay.
How about the vibrations? Feeling about the vibrations.
Vibrations are the energy. Many people have said, right? Many people have said that I am feeling heavy-headed, I'm feeling tingling sensation, or I don't feel my body. There is some movement. All that is what I call vibration. Did anybody feel today in meditation some heaviness in the body, a lightness, or tingling sensations, or some kind of sensation here? Anybody have felt it? Please write in the chat. So sometimes you do feel. It's not necessary that every time you feel, by the way. Okay, that's a question. We may not feel at all every time, or many times, or never. Okay. The way to measure it is it helping me? Is it helping me to improve my lifestyle, my thought pattern? That's all, my emotional reactions. That's how you measure the progress. Is it helping me to manifest things the way I'm wishing, things coming true in most cases? Okay, that's the key. Experience, not everybody may experience equally, or some may never experience anything at all. It's not necessary for you, maybe.
And the other question is I stay I live in California, which your daytime is our nighttime. So like when it comes to this full moon meditations, like do I need to do the meditation when it is during our night times, or it is like your daytime?
Do in your nighttime too. Your nighttime is
Okay.
ideal. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, Miss. Yeah, ma'am. Alt, ma'am. Yeah, please unmute. I hope I have not
Yvette.
pronounced.
Yeah, that's fine. Yvette, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So I just wanted to share my experience today at the part about going into emptiness, or feeling the emptiness inside you. And I kind of had the idea that the body is just a vessel, like a vase, kind of empty. and then that kind of changed into like I kind of felt like my skin was thinner, almost like I was osmosis, like the life could come through. And then I also kind of felt that led into feeling like just a river could come through, and kind of how silly it is to try to grab something out of that and hold on, that grasping. Because even when I try to pick up a seashell out of the ocean, the water distorts your view and you can never grab it, and you can never, it just seemed silly to try to hold on to that. And I don't know if that was, I don't know. Afterwards, I kind of wondered if that was me thinking, but it kind of seemed like something more. It seemed like closer to an intuition, of, I don't know, imagining maybe.
It's not imagination.
Okay.
Madam Hewitt, it can't be imagination. To first become that complete energy at the porous where things can go through you, you just have to trust the process. You're merging into what is innately that emptiness and energy. You're becoming one with one, just like the river goes and merges with everything. Water, beautiful. It has no resistance. It just keeps going wherever it can find path. So it's just emerging into it, experiencing something. You said it. I just felt like it's more than that. It's just more than can be an imagination. That's all we're looking for. Sufficient for us to latch onto this process to go more deeper. If you believe in it, then you're sure going to bound to go deeper. Experience in wholeness, oneness. Today you experienced it. Emerged with that river. There's nothing to hold. Unlike normal time, you put your palm and there'll be water there. Here, nothing to collect. You are that. You are that. Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Your perseverance on these, somewhere it shows up. It took me a few years to get to a deep experience. It took me 15 years later, an experience that was so beautiful that continuously there in my mind recorded forever, I guess. Like that, there are some experiences that we do have. Good to keep those as inspiration, that we know that we'll not be the same again when you have these. Okay.
Thanks to you.
Thank you. We are coming to US from June 15th. So we're good to meet you for 6 weeks somewhere. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we'll take the last one, madam. We do have a call.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Yeah, Prasunna ma'am.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Sir, for the past 3 days, I was unable to get into meditation, though I was in the session following your guidelines. I mean, yesterday it was Rakesh, sir. I was unable to get into meditation. And as a result, I don't know, I think I was so much disturbed, annoyed, restless, and so on. But today, I could. And I'm feeling calm, peaceful. It was a nice experience. I was lost, I should say. And only thing is, when you asked to lie down, I just sat in the same place, in the same chair, and still I was comfortable. I think even without lying down, it's okay. Is it so, sir? Is it okay?
Whatever is comfortable to you. My personal experience is when I lie down, it gave me more into some of the best experience I had when I lie down. Okay. I lie down in the dew. I had personally deep experiences to speak about it, and I'm asking people to lie down. Right. And so it
So,
seemed to do some stuff. So I'm using it.
yeah. Okay, thank you. So one more thing, for the past few years, I should say, when I read a book, I'm not able to receive from it. And even if I receive a little, I'm not able to retain it. And even in day-to-day activities, I'm forgetting many things so easily. I mean, something that I've done an hour ago also I'm forgetting now. Does meditation help me in that aspect, sir?
Yes, in everything. In everything. I thought we covered memory parts, mind power session yesterday. Maybe you didn't pay attention to it. But meditation is helping as part of mind power's ability to read well, read more. Right, madam? Okay, that's help. Regularity is important. Okay, friends.
Sure,
Thank you very much. So thank you for joining. So we'll start with next week. An important aspect of this whole creation, we call it quantum creation or manifestation. So we will look to understand some science behind this whole thoughts create reality, and then how we can be super focused towards the thing that we like to have in our life. So we're going to cover that next week. And so see you all tomorrow. Thank you. And bring back your friends in case they have dropped out of this program. It'll be interesting. Thank you all.
I allow spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Peace fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process.
Thank you, dear friends and masters. Keep enjoying meditation. Keep having fun and frolic with your breath. Be with your breath. Thank you so much. Tomorrow you will have a new host for the upcoming week. Thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity. I enjoyed myself. Thank you.